Hello everyone, it's Serenity. So, today's video is going to be basically about early Christianity. What was considered a early Christian. Okay, I already talked about 2 videos ago how basically Christianity as you know it today is occult based. It's basically an occult based form of Christianity that was literally forced upon ones that were worshiping in spirit and truth. So, why early Christians were persecuted and killed was because, as you know, they did worship in spirit and truth. And what is that? Being in the Christ energy, which is love. That is the teachings that Jesus literally came here from source to teach humans, because when you come from source, you are pure, you're undefiled, you are not contaminated by man-made thinking, doctrines, and laws. Okay? So, these early Christians were persecuted because they did stick to that law of love, as I mentioned before. Now, this is also why those that chose to worship have a form of worship based on truth, which is love, were known as witches and whatnot, because they truly gave, I don't even want to use the word worship, but they appreciated what connected them to source, all creation. Just like that little guy creeping up on me over there. But anyway, they were connected to the earth because the earth actually represents source's energy in this dimension. Okay? So this is also why Jesus did prefer to use public outdoor settings in order for him to teach. But anyway, these ones were labeled as witches among other things, and they were literally burned alive. They were impaled, and other just horrific things done to these very ones who were actually worshiping in spirit and truth and really did understand that Christ-like energy, which is divine love. So, the thing about this is that for this God to actually take over and assimilate this world to basically lies, what he had to do is take truth and basically exterminate truth and convert by fear and force those who still had that light within them. So when you do this, you basically have to take that truth and destroy it with lies. So you couldn't do that if Jesus or any of his followers who did have that Christ-like energy or true love basically existed or were still alive, because they would refute that. And that's exactly why the clash happened and why they were killed, because they needed to be exterminated so the lies could be spread. So that's why also in Matthew chapter 10 and verse 22, Jesus had said, "And you will be hated by all for my name's sake, but he who endures to the end will be saved." Also in Matthew 24:9. There it says, "Then they will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake." John 16:2 and 3. There it says, "They will put you out of the synagogues." Yes, the time is coming. So he's talking about in the future, that whoever kills you will think that he offers God service. "And these things they will do to you, because they have not known the Father nor me. So we see this, and we've seen it happen throughout history. These so-called ones literally killing in God's name. And I already discussed, killing any source of life is not okay to the true source who created it all. Now, one last scripture, and that's in Revelation 12, verse 17. And that says, and the dragon was enraged with the woman. Now, I discussed this in another video. The dragon is basically another aspect of this masculine energy that rebelled. Okay, and the woman would be the divine mother or source. Also, another title for her would be the Great Spirit. But it says, and the dragon was enraged with the woman, and he went to make war with the rest of her offspring, who keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. So now you see who is actually behind these religions and Christianity that do not have the Christ-like energy. They are literally demonic, satanic, occult, all of these things that have literally just taken over this world. But that is what it said. Not only would the devil deceive, but also mislead and also make things appear to be good that are really bad. Okay? So a lot of ones think that Paul was actually on the side of the Christ or Jesus. He was not. He was an enemy. That is why he persecuted those early Christians. And like I said, he could do this because he had the Roman officials and basically these higher ups backing him. If you're someone who is offered, basically, we're going to put you in a book and you are going to be revered by billions of people around the world. And also, we're going to give you churches in your name. You're going to have sainthood and all these other things. And prominence. He's going to bite the hook. But just like with the sacrifice of Jesus, you have to basically create a story in order to get people to accept your role in the Bible. Paul persecuted Christians. Paul was on the side of Constantine and the Romans, who basically had this mission to take over the planet with this occult-based form of worship, which they did successfully. So I just wanted to bring that out because many people think he was on the side, but no, he actually was an advocate for laws and doctrines that took away free will and actually instilled fear in individuals. And I already said fear is the way that these energies keep control of humankind. So in closing, I want to read 2 John 5 and 6 because this is what's important. As I said, once you understand the Christ energy and your heart is in that place of divine love, you no longer need laws because you will automatically know right from wrong. Okay, so 2 John chapter 5 and 6, it says, and now I plead with you, lady, not as though I wrote a new commandment to you, but that which we have had from the beginning, that we love one another. This is love, that we walk according to his commandments. This is the commandment, that as you have heard from the beginning, you should walk in it. I say this says it all because if you truly understand this, one law of love that was given literally from the beginning of creation, there is no room to treat other people as well as other living things in a way that is going to hurt them in any way. Period. So all these laws and doctrines that instill pain and hurt and shame and guilt into individuals are not living by that first commandment of love. There's no excuse. And that is exactly why Christ had said to these ones who would say, we did great works in your name. We prophesied in your name. We did all these things. He will literally look at them and say, I do not know you. Because that type of judgmental, lack of love energy is nothing that he is associated with. Okay. That's it for today. Kim and Mikey, thank you for shouting out my video on, blood sacrifice, occultism, being occultism. I would love to talk to you. I will leave my email in either the description or in the comments below so you can contact me, because I did not understand what yours was in your video. And that also goes out to anyone else who has questions and wants to connect with me one-on-one. It may take a little while for me to respond, but please be patient, okay? So yeah, I'm going to leave my email in the description or the comment, so anyone who wants to, connect with me can do so. All right? All right. Take care, everyone. I love you. Bye.